Our moment of fate. It has arrived. Greetings, suburbanites. Billy12510, back with more Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Of all the battles in the war so far, and in the war so far, the contest for Fort Pinel is the fiercest to date. And from this horrific clash of weapons and wheels, the Crimean army emerges bloodied and exhausted, yet victorious. The prize of Fort Pinel is no small thing, but it is the promise of additional reinforcements from Gallia, and the large Banyan army encamped in Castle Dayan that keeps the breath of hope alive in the soldiers' hearts. There's one other pivotal Vicendane's defense of the former Crimean capital, or of the former Crimean capital, the severely undermanned Castle Nados. As the end of the day's end draws near, the small force of Hawks and Galleons cease their attacks and return to camp headquarters. It's time for the chapter everybody who's played this game before has been waiting for. Chapter 27, Moment of Fate. I almost said chapter 7 randomly. Well met. From the looks of things, the battle ended in our favor. We claimed victory, yet Dayan had more troops than we expected, and it was a hard-fought battle. With a lot of shenanigans. I don't have the best news to report either. What is it? As the day ended, we withdrew as planned, but as we were leaving, reinforcements began flooding in from the capital. Can't read, apparently. That's a piece of ill news. The men that were religiously guarding the castle were nothing special. There was one who appeared mid-battle and crushed an entire unit by himself. He was so much stronger than the others. It was as if a wolf had appeared in a kennel of blind newborn pups. What did he look like? He was covered from tip to toe in black armor. That made it difficult to judge his size, but I think he was bigger than me. Bigger than you? Okay. My intuition's right. He's the villain you've all been talking about. Black Knight. He's in that castle. Yes, he is. Oh. Last battle reports. Mia was MVP. I accept this. What a fun. I could have been MVP. Oh well. That's done. Get prepared for the combats. Combats are going to be happening in this chapter. And if you want to bring Alicia along, you can go ahead. Just give her a better staff than just that men's staff. Like, say a physics staff. Which I think I have a physics staff, but only has one use. Yes, it does. But you can use the hammer and staff. Aw, yeah. The Ashera staff. But the only one who can use the Ashera staff, I think, is Reese. Which makes him a god at this... Which, at the moment, makes him a god. Not to mention the Ashera staff just gives you a solid 100 experience, no matter what. Unless you're about to become level 20. So I need to check a few things real quick. Something has to do with you, Mordecai. Something that has to do with Tornado, oddly enough. Okay. The reason behind that little check will be explained later on in the chapter itself. Right now, I have a skill to give to your friend and mine, the General Gotri. It's a beautiful little skill I like to call Luna. I honestly, I probably should give him the hill. But I don't care. Give him Luna! Yes. Ah, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing we have going on right now. I should give Mordecai Nahil. Get rid of Smite, because Smite's a useful skill to have, but it's pretty situational. Give Shinon Nahil? No, that would be stupid. I'll think about it a bit more. Give guard. I think I gave Volk a set. Yeah, I gave him guard. Because I've already practiced this chapter that's coming up, so I know more or less what to expect. You're pretty good, just let me convoy that. I could give her the silver blade if I really wanted to. But it's time to forge! Silver. As strong as it can be. So, basically that's strong. It'll cost us about close to half of our monies. Luckily, it won't take me half the video to figure out a name for this one. Excalibur, be black. Or I should just make it red. I mean, I could make it black, but that does not look. Like, if you take a look at that's supposed to be black. It looks more like a grayish tone than the black one. Just my opinion on colors. Look, let's make it red instead. Now she is complete. She will destroy everything. Well, as complete as she can be without having Astra. I'll state that. That's a bit of a truth. Super Dev Dan is stacked. So is the good General Gotri. Ileana's fine. Volk will be fine. Boyd will be fine. Mordecai's always fine. I mean, look at that guy. All he needs is a claw. Claw on the demi-band. It's something we'll get in this chapter. As for experience, I'm gonna give some to Alincia to boost her levels a bit. Because she needs a... Free. HP and magic. I hate these base level ups. And because I should, I'll give Mist one more level up. She won't need it, but come back, my beautiful bonus experience points. For lol, if Ashley gets more than two stats from this level up, I will use him throughout the rest of the game. I'm joking, of course, but... Why is this happening? Reese, I swear to God, if you make the pain go away, I'll love you forever. HP, skill, luck, defense. We got defense. What the hell's going on? I don't even... Supports. Hey, I can soar and can finally get to A support. That's lovely. Hey, Soren. I've been thinking a lot about what you said the other day. I don't even remember when I got the B support at this rate. There's something I still don't understand. You survived. You're strong. Why would you feel insecure about who you are? Tell me everything. Curse you! Why can't you leave me be? I don't have any friends, Ike. I don't have anyone else. If I tell you and you turn on me, I don't think I can survive it. That's why you have to tell me, Soren. You'll never tell anyone else. And if you don't tell anyone, you're just gonna keep suffering. Look at you! You're a mess! Come on, talk to me. Ike, Soren, it's me! Trust me! I don't give two figs who your parents are. I'll stand by you. Okay. No, I won't. I'm branded. I'm one of the branded. Branded? What's that? It's a cross between a Bjork and Laguz. Such a taboo union violates every teaching of the goddess and of society. We're untouchables, abominations, condemned to a life of hatred and shunning from both races. Wait. Hold it a second. Let me make sure I didn't, or that I followed you. You're part Laguz? Yeah. This mark on my forehead is the proof. I learned about it while researching ancient books at the main hall cathedral. I always thought it was a birthmark. Others thought that was the mark of a spirit charmer. What's a spirit charmer? Magic comes from interaction with spirits. If you let one into your body, it will give you tremendous power for a price. The price that Soren mentions is that the spirit slowly takes the person's soul. That's why the old sage was so interested in me. He thought I'd struck such a deal, but instead it was just a filthy branded. Alright, I understand. So? What do you mean, so? I poured my heart out to you there, and all you have to say was just a plain so? So you have Laguz blood in your veins. So you have a mark to prove it. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Don't you find me repugnant? I work beside you, eat beside you. I'm nothing. I don't belong anywhere. Doesn't that sicken you? No, it doesn't change anything. You're still you, Soren. You're a capable officer of our army, and my friend. We can't keep going unless you're with us. I thought you... Okay, so there's something weird going on. I only noticed it now. Okay, well, that's gonna be an odd thing to explain. So apparently, my left audio cable wasn't plugged in all the way. Oh well, nothing important to happen. I say nothing important to happen. Look what we're doing now. What? It was Gallia. The sage lived in Gallia. A few Bjorks had settled there, and... Gallia? Are you saying... When the sage died, no one would help me. I couldn't speak, couldn't find food. I was dying. You were the only one who helped. You and your father. That's why you're my friend. My only friend. And then this conversation just dies there, but... That's actually a really interesting bit of backstory there. I like it a lot. But yeah, the reason why Petrine recognized Soren right away as being a branded is because she herself was one. She alluded to as much, I should say. And as for info conversation, there's only one with Titania. Commander, can I speak to you for a moment? What is it, Titania? I have something important to ask of you. Alright, what is it? I want you to tell me about the night Commander Grail was killed. I understand it's difficult for you. However, I need to know. I have to. Just tell it once. It's all I ask. If you can't, his death will be something I'll never be able to face. I feel I've done you a terrible disservice by not telling you earlier. Something's wrong with me. I'm talking worse than I usually am. It's just that there was a lot I had to get clear in my own mind. I know I've kept you waiting. Huh. There was supposed to be a clever Smash Brothers joke there somewhere. So you'll tell me? Yes, I figured I've finally come to a point where I can face it. Alright, whenever you're ready. That night, I've already told you everything up to where I was on my way into the forest, right? The head of the path, Father told me to go back to the fort, but I had a bad feeling and followed them anyway. Or him, anyway. When I entered the clearing, he and the Black Knight were already fighting. They seemed to be evenly matched at first. Then they exchanged a few more blows, and suddenly Father was sent flying. They spoke to each other for a moment, but I was so far away, I couldn't hear what they said. Then the Black Knight threw a sword at Father's feet. I think he wanted Father to pick it up and use it. But Father didn't touch the sword. He just readied his axe again and charged. It was over in an instant. And we lost the only hero that exists at all in this game. Seriously. I couldn't believe my own eyes. They just looked like they were embracing. Just standing there. Frozen. But I saw the Black Knight's blade. It was protruding from Father's back and shining in the moonlight. Grail. When the knight pulled his sword out, Father sagged and fell backwards. I ran and tried to catch him, but I couldn't hold him and we both fell to the ground. The wound Father had taken was terrible, but at that point he was still alive. The Black Knight approached and said, "Give it to me." I have no idea what he was talking about. I do now, though. He had been sent by King Ashnar to retrieve the medallion. I'm getting a Skype notification. It was a very inopportune time. Father told him he'd thrown the medallion away, but the knight didn't believe him. Then he tried to get Father to talk by threatening to kill me, and missed. I was so angry I leapt up and attacked him, but it was useless. I didn't give up, though. I didn't care what happened to me, and I attacked again. Of all the stubbornness. If King Gallia hadn't been nearby, I probably would have died that night, too. After the Black Knight vanished, all I could think was that I didn't want Father to die. He was still alive. I thought if I could just get him back to the fort, we could save him. I clung to that false hope and started walking toward the light of the fort. I just kept walking. Thank you, Ike. It must have been so hard for you. Titania, Commander Grail died on your back. His last moments must have been much happier than I had imagined. Thank you. Now I can finally move past my grief. Titania, yes? There's something else I haven't told you about. I met him. I met the Black Knight again. What? We fought. You did well to keep your life. I'm not the same boy I was on that night. I've grown a lot. I've worked hard. Yet even so, I wasn't able to defeat him. There's nothing you can do about that. Not even Commander Grail could defeat him. You're not ready to... It's not that. It's not that my blade work wasn't good enough. Then what do you mean? Titania, it's his armor. It's impervious to damage. It's not possible. Even the strongest... He said his armor had been blessed by the goddess. He said only weapons that were also blessed could hurt him. Where are we supposed to get something like that? I have one here. Ike, that sword! Where? The night after Father died, I went back to that clearing by myself. I'd hoped to find some clues that might help me hunt down the knight. The sword was still there. I brought it back with me, and I've been hiding it ever since. I wasn't thinking about using it. I believe if I just carried the sword with me, I'd meet the Black Knight again. Well, it worked, didn't it? And it worked. Oh, well. Me and my big mouth. So this sword will work against him. It's supposed to. It was made to contest the Londite, which is a sword wielded by the Black Knight. Think you have a chance? I'll win. Alright, I won't stop you. Use that sword to avenge Commander Grail. But listen, Ike, you must promise me one thing. What is it? When you meet him, you'll exchange blows. If at that moment you don't feel you stand a chance, you must flee. There are times when running away is not the same as losing. Although you don't want to run away. But I'll explain what I mean by that. Don't you believe in me, Titania? Of course I do. One day you will defeat the Black Knight. I'm sure of it. That's why I don't want you to lose your life on the first go-round. When the time comes, I promise not to interfere. And I won't let anyone else interfere either. I want you to face him one-on-one. And I want you to be calm and use your own best judgment. At times, withdrawing can be the key that unlocks a future victory. Don't forget that. Understood. Okay, this Skype notification is really bugging me. I should end this video some point today. So I can check what it's about. And, go into the next chapter. I don't know who I'm going to bring to the next chapter, though. I think I'm only allowed to take 11 units. Which is a massive drop-off from the 19 we were allowed to bring last map. But all in all, though, I think we'll be fine. Don't you? I've got a killer team set up. So next time on... Wow, 40 hours. Next time on Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Chapter 27. Its time has come. Let's go through it together, shall we? I'll see you all then.